Ooh, let's see if this thing is working. So, what is the definition of insanity? And what is it that makes us want to change things or not change things? And so, if we go to, if we look up a lot of different definitions as it is related to insanity, one of the definitions that I found that is pretty consistent is the definition of insanity is repeating the same mistakes over and over again and expecting different results. Right. So, how does this apply to our everyday life? And how does it pretty much define what people do and who they are and what they think and what they believe and what they eat and what they read, what they watch, what they listen to, who they spend time with? And as it relates to your mental health, your physical health, and your spiritual health, because that's really all encompassing of what it takes for an individual to discover who they are and become the person that they should be, the best version of themselves, because that's an overall look at who a person is, and it shapes who they are and what they do and what they spend time doing and how they treat their own body and how they treat others. And so if we continue to repeat the same broken patterns, the same broken cycles in our mental health, in our physical health, and our spiritual health, and everything that falls in between those categories, and we're like, how come I have thoughts of fear, doubt, worry, depression, anxiety, uncertainty? Why do I have these, even though I'm doing the things that I've always done and it's gotten me so far in life, but I'm not really satisfied with that. But I wake up tomorrow and I repeat the same patterns, the same behaviors. And then why is my physical body not where I want it to be? Or why am I never satisfied with the way I look? I gain weight, I lose weight, right? The diet dilemma. And we're like, we really want to feel better. We really want to look better. We want to live longer. We want to be cancer free, if at all possible, of course. A lot of these things can be out of our control. But if you're mindful of what you eat and what you do to take care of your body, you're going to have a healthier body. You're going to feel better about yourself. But why is it that we're not satisfied with ourselves, yet we continue the same things? Now, we may temporarily change our diet. We may temporarily begin to exercise like the new year, like a lot of people do. But then we fall back into our old conditioned patterns. But yet we want to be different. We want to look better. We want to feel better. But it's insanity. And so we've got to stop this madness. We've got to stop this insanity. And it starts with ourselves. And we can't get caught up in comparing ourselves to others, because others are just as lost as the rest of the world. And then as it relates to your spiritual health, right? A lot of us grew up in a spiritual household or a religious household that practiced beliefs that we may not have questioned at the time. We may not have even considered asking some simple questions to be like, how do we know that this is true? Why should I believe this? Do I even support this idea? But yet, we just grow up and we continue, in most cases, continuing to practice these beliefs. Or we go the other extreme and we decide to just toss that out the window and say, you know what? I don't believe in anything. I just believe in right now and what I'm doing, and I'm in control, and that kind of thing. And then you learn a tough lesson to realize that that's challenging, because you realize that you're not in control. So you've got to discover the areas in your life that you do have control, and then you need to make better decisions, better choices of how you treat yourself, what you say to yourself, what you think, and how you respond to those thoughts as it relates to your mental health. And then the choices that you make for your physical health, because it's all connected: mental, physical, and spiritual. And you've got to hit all of these areas each day, I believe, to be living your best self. So why are we living in this insanity? We're conditioned by the media, we're conditioned by movies, right? Media, movies, music, um, movie stars, sports, the athletes themselves, advertisements, our friends, our coworkers, our families, and just the things that we've been conditioned to believe. So what can we do? What can you do, right? What can I do? So what you got to do is you got to pause, you got to slow down, and you got to reflect. And you got to say, you know what? Let me take a look at the areas of my life in these three major categories: the mental health, the physical health, and the spiritual health for myself. Put everybody else aside right now. All right. So my mental health. Am I happy? Am I genuinely happy? Can I be happy without substances? Can I be happy without eating 12 chocolate chip cookies every single night? There's nothing wrong with eating chocolate chip cookies or having a glass of wine or your favorite meal or dessert or whatever that is, right? But in moderation. And if that lack of control is leading to physical issues for you, right? The weight gain, maybe you have diabetes, high blood pressure, things like that. And you know, and you've been told by your doctor and the medical field that these are the things that you can do to apply to your life to make you feel better and to look better. And I would just say that if you can pause and take a step back and look at yourself in these three categories, you're going to realize that some of the things that you're doing are self-destructive and they lead you in a circle. You end up right back where you started, and that's not where you want to be. And then it brings you down and it creates self-doubt, and it makes you feel as if I can't do it, so I'm just going to do what I've always done. And maybe you have self-doubt and you feel that you're a failure and you never fully lived up to your potential. And I'm telling you, it starts with daily self-discipline, and you've got to create a roadmap. You've got to create a plan. And all those successful people that have ever walked this earth, that have done anything successful, number one, have not quit, have not given up, have continued to practice those disciplines, and they make alterations, right? Things that aren't working, they make some adjustments and they shift, but they continue moving forward and taking steps forward in the direction where they want to be, which is that end goal. It's tough. We're human. We need to take breaks. We need to pause. We need to rest. We need to have self-care practices, but we need to get back on the plan and continue moving and stepping forward in our lives. And that is the best way to get you going forward. And if you can do that and apply that to your own life, that is where you're going to be faced with some challenges. You're faced with challenges now, yes, but you're going to be faced with some new challenges that are uncomfortable, that get you out of your comfort zone. But those are going to help you learn and grow and get to where you want to be with your mental, physical, and spiritual health. So take an opportunity to apply some of this to your life and give it 30 days. Every single day, do one thing in those three categories that are going to make a change for you. Be consistent and take notes of the changes, the positive changes, and you do your daily reflection in your journal. And you'll start to see that you look better, you feel better, you have better thoughts, you have a better outlook, your spirit is improved, increased. You become the light in a dark room for others as well, and you lead by example. And that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do with this project. And when I get down, the best thing for me is to create content on here as a reminder to myself that I am human and that I too need to do these things, because I too struggle and I'm on my healing journey myself. So your mental, your physical, your spiritual health, you need to address each of those every single day. You need to look at those patterns, those self-destructive patterns that are creating the insanity in your life of the repeating of the things that are not working while you're expecting different results. Think about how just crazy that is. And take action. Decide to change. It's painful. You may be going through something very difficult right now, but I'm telling you, you can do it. I've done it. I'm doing it now. I'm living it. I'm living proof. I'm a grown man who has had to face so many challenges in my life, things that I've never faced before because I've been running from them. I've kept myself distracted with alcohol and other things in my life. And I decided to shed those things and face life head on and learn and grow and challenge myself and do my best and be the best example that I can be for my family, my sons, my friends, the people that I meet on the street, the people that see these videos and listen to the podcast. And that's really the best that you can do. I could care less about being famous. I could care less about making a bunch of money. I could care less about getting a bunch of stuff. All I care about is feeling good and making others feel good and giving them the tools to help them discover how to do that and apply that to their own life. And that's what Change Through Pain is all about. Thank you so much for listening today. I hope this helped provide some insight, provide some ideas of things that you can apply to your life to help get you on track to change yourself through these painful situations in your life and the things and the broken patterns and cycles that you've been repeating that have created this insanity in your life, because you know that you deserve better and you know that you can feel better, look better. You can be that person that you know you are, but have been too afraid to face in order to change some things, in order to get to where you need to be. So you have just a beautiful, blessed day. I love you so much. Thank you so much for listening. Till next time.